Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Strengthen or make more firm. The witnesses confirmed the victim's account. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. His story confirmed my doubts. Administer the rite of confirmation to. The children were confirmed in their mother's faith. Make more firm. Support a person for a position. The Senate confirmed the president's candidate for Secretary of Defense. Strengthen or make more firm. To declare or affirm solemnly and formally as true. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. Say yes to. Give evidence for. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. Support with evidence or authority or make more certain or confirm. Make real or concrete. Give reality or substance to. Our ideas must be substantiated into actions. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. Represent in bodily form. The painting substantiates the feelings of the artist. Solidify, firm, or strengthen. The president's trip will substantiate good relations with the former enemy country. Financial resources provided to make some project possible. The foundation provided support for the experiment. Argue or speak in defense of. She supported the motion to strike. Put up with something or somebody unpleasant. A military operation, often involving new supplies of men and materiel, to strengthen a military force or aid in the performance of its mission. They called for artillery support. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. He supported me with one hand while I balanced on the beam. Adopt as a belief. The financial means whereby one lives. He applied to the state for support. A musical part, vocal or instrumental, that supports or provides background for other musical parts. The act of bearing the weight of or strengthening. He leaned against the wall for support. Be a regular customer or client of. Documentary validation. The strongest support for this view is the work of Jones. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. The evidence supports the defendant. Be behind. Approve of. Support with evidence or authority or make more certain or confirm. Give moral or psychological support, aid, or courage to. She supported him during the illness. Aiding the cause or policy or interests of. The president no longer has the support of his own party. Any device that bears the weight of another thing. There was no place to attach supports for a shelf. Play a subordinate role to another performer. Olivier supported Gielgud beautifully in the second act. Something providing immaterial assistance to a person or cause or interest. The policy found little public support. Supporting structure that holds up or provides a foundation. The statue stood on a marble support. Support materially or financially. He does not support his natural children. The activity of providing for or maintaining by supplying with money or necessities. His support kept the family together. lengthen or extend in duration or space. We sustained the diplomatic negotiations as long as possible. Undergo, as of injuries and illnesses. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. Provide with nourishment. We sustained ourselves on bread and water. Supply with necessities and support. She alone sustained her family. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. Admit as valid. The court sustained the motion. A signed written agreement between two or more parties, nations, to perform some action. Bible. An agreement between God and his people in which God makes certain promises and requires certain behavior from them in return. Enter into a covenant. Enter into a covenant or formal agreement. They covenanted with Judas for 30 pieces of silver. Add alcohol to beverages. Make strong or stronger. Prepare oneself for a military confrontation. Enclose by or as if by a fortification. Add nutrients to. Make strong or stronger. Give a healthy elasticity to. Make strong or stronger. This exercise will strengthen your upper body. Gain strength. His body strengthened. Official permission or approval. Give sanction to. Formal and explicit approval. A mechanism of social control for enforcing a society's standards. Give authority or permission to. Give religious sanction to, such as through on oath. The act of final authorization. It had the sanction of the Church. In a satisfactory or adequate manner. Give sanction to. An endorsement. Being satisfactory or in satisfactory condition. In a satisfactory or adequate manner. She'll do okay on her own. Give sanction to. An endorsement. Being satisfactory or in satisfactory condition. Things are okay. Give sanction to. I approve of his educational policies. Judge to be right or commendable. Think well of. Maintain by writing regular records. Maintain a record. Have an exercise. State categorically. Keep in safety and protect from harm, decay, loss, or destruction. Support against an opponent. State or assert. He maintained his innocence. Stick to correctly or closely. Supply with necessities and support. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity, e.g., keep clean. Maintain for use and service. Check or regulate, a scientific experiment, by conducting a parallel experiment or comparing with another standard. To declare or affirm solemnly and formally as true. Attach or append a legal verification to a pleading or petition. Confirm the truth of. Please verify that the doors are closed. Confirm again. You must reconfirm your flight reservations. Give evidence for. Declare or make legally valid. Make valid or confirm the validity of. Validate a ticket. Prove valid. Show or confirm the validity of something. Support against an opponent. Keep or maintain in unaltered condition. Cause to remain or last. Stand up for. Stick up for. Of causes, principles, or ideals. Give surety or assume responsibility. I vouch for the quality of my products. Give personal assurance, guarantee. Will he vouch for me? Give supporting evidence. He vouched his words by his deeds. Summon, a vouchee, into court to warrant or defend a title. A support that you can lean against while sitting. The back of the dental chair was adjustable. Give support or one's approval to. I can't back this plan. Establish as valid or genuine. Can you back up your claims? The side that goes last or is not normally seen. He wrote the date on the back of the photograph. The protective covering on the front, back, and spine of a book. The series of vertebrae forming the axis of the skeleton and protecting the spinal cord. The fall broke his back. The posterior part of a human, or animal, body from the neck to the end of the spine. His back was nicely tanned. In or to or toward a past time. Set the clocks back an hour. Place a bet on. Which horse are you backing? Be behind. Approve of. I backed Kennedy in 1960. Located at or near the back of an animal. Back, or hind, legs. The part of something that is furthest from the normal viewer. He stood at the back of the stage. At or to or toward the back or rear. He moved back. American football. The position of a player on a football team who is stationed behind the line of scrimmage. Be in back of. My garage backs their yard. Cause to travel backward. Back the car into the parking spot. Football. A person who plays in the backfield. Of an earlier date. Back issues of the magazine. Related to or located at the back. The backyard. Shift to a counterclockwise direction. The wind backed. Strengthen by providing with a back or backing. Support financial backing for. Back this enterprise. The part of a garment that covers the back of your body. They pinned a "kick me" sign on his back. Travel backward. Back into the driveway. Become or cause to become obstructed. Establish as valid or genuine. Can you back up your claims? Move backwards from a certain position. Give moral or psychological support, aid, or courage to. Make a copy of a computer file, especially for storage in another place as a security copy. You'd better back up these files. Provide evidence for. Stand as proof of. Show by one's behavior, attitude, or external attributes. This decision demonstrates his sense of fairness. Give an exhibition of to an interested audience. Establish the validity of something, as by an example, explanation or experiment. The experiment demonstrated the instability of the compound. March in protest. Take part in a demonstration. Thousands demonstrated against globalization during the meeting of the most powerful economic nations in Seattle. Writing that provides information, especially information of an official nature. Computer science. A computer file that contains text, and possibly formatting instructions, using 7-bit ASCII characters. Anything serving as a representation of a person's thinking by means of symbolic marks. A written account of ownership or obligation. Record in detail. The parents documented every step of their child's development. Support or supply with references. Can you document your claims? Institute, enact, or establish. Build or establish something abstract. Bring about. The trompe-l'oeil illusion establishes depth. Place. Use as a basis for, found on. Set up or lay the groundwork for. Establish a new department. Establish the validity of something, as by an example, explanation or experiment. Set up or found. Provide evidence for. Cause to puff up with 11. Increase in volume. Be shown or be found to be. She proved to be right. Put to the test, as for its quality, or give experimental use to. Establish the validity of something, as by an example, explanation or experiment. Obtain probate of. Prove a will. Prove formally. Demonstrate by a mathematical, formal proof. Take a trial impression of. Establish the validity of something, as by an example, explanation or experiment. Provide evidence for. The blood test showed that he was the father. Pretending that something is the case in order to make a good impression. That ceremony is just for show. Take someone to their seats, as in theaters or auditoriums. The usher showed us to our seats. Indicate a certain reading of gauges and instruments. The thermometer showed 13 degrees below zero. Indicate a place, direction, person, or thing, either spatially or figuratively. I showed the customer the glove section. Show in, or as in, a picture. Be or become visible or noticeable. His good upbringing really shows. Something intended to communicate a particular impression. A show of impatience. Give an exhibition of to an interested audience. She shows her dogs frequently. Give expression to. She showed her disappointment. Establish the validity of something, as by an example, explanation or experiment. The mathematician showed the validity of the conjecture. A social event involving a public performance or entertainment. They wanted to see some of the shows on Broadway. Finish third or better in a horse or dog race. He bet $2 on number 6 to show. Give evidence of, as of records. The diary shows his distress that evening. Make visible or noticeable. She showed her talent for cooking. The act of publicly exhibiting or entertaining. A remarkable show of skill. An institution to express belief in a divine power. A strong belief in a supernatural power or powers that control human destiny. An institution to express belief in a divine power. He was raised in the Baptist religion.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.